Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Dan and Dale's review of Man of Steel. Okay, so it is finally here, the big... I don't know what you did there. The big new film from DC after The Dark Knight. We finally get Man of Steel.
Exciting. God, we've been looking forward to this for a long time.
Yeah, for ages. We've not had a Superman film since 2006. And this time it's a completely new reboot. Henry Cavill manning the helm as Superman, a fairly unknown actor. And with an absolutely all-star cast, including Russell Crowe, Kevin Costner, Lawrence Fishburne, and Michael Shannon as General Zod, Amy Adams as Lois Lane. Crazy cast, crazy budgets, and crazy explosions. Dan, what did you think of Man of Steel?
I just like to let people know, like, that's a genuine question. We go and see these films and we don't talk about how we feel, so we have no idea.
And occasionally you can gauge someone's opinion on the film, but I genuinely have no idea what you think of this.
My review needs a preface. And
that's never a good start.
And the preface is that every single part of me wanted this film to be good.
Oh no.
Every part of me. Like, I was so excited. In fact, I was so excited I was nervous that it wouldn't be good because I just wanted it. I hate the original Superman films. I never even saw the 2006 one.
It's not good.
I haven't liked the Superman animated films, and I'm afraid that the run continues.
Superman just not doing it for you.
No, this oh God, okay. First 30 minutes was cool.
Yep.
It was cool. The stuff on Krypton was cool. Russell Crowe was cool. I really liked the young Clark, Kevin Costner stuff. And I like all that Smallville stuff anyway. That just does.
You're a big fan of Smallville.
Well,
you're
we were.
Yeah.
I've had exactly that exchange on the show before. But after 30 minutes, we get none of that. That is gone. And yet, that is all that takes up the trailer. So I'm going in thinking, oh, that's the film we're going to get. How exciting. No. Unfortunately, what we get is just super space battles from outer space for 2 hours. And I was bored. I was genuinely bored. I could have walked out and not been too bothered.
Wow.
Henry Cavill, is that his name?
Yep.
Hayden Christensen levels of charisma.
Ho, 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 ho.
Like, just
harsh.
Just.
That's seriously, get down to the Burnwood for that one, mate. Apply cold water.
And I'm so sad saying this, and you can probably tell, but yeah, wow, that's our Superman. Okay, anytime he was on screen, he just had this stupid looking face, just never did anything. Every line is delivered with the same amount of emotion and the same. Amy Adams, I love Amy Adams, like bordering on obsession. Love Amy Adams, but she is
similar to Supergirl. Love,
but she is not Lois Lane. Where's the feistiness? Why is everyone in this film just? Oh yeah, why? It's just all so blasé and Lawrence Fishburne. Look, I mean, it's not bordering on obsession.
What was going on with his ear? Why did he have a diamond stud in his ear?
He wasn't Perry White either.
And Jenny Olsen?
What was that? And why were we supposed to care? Like, there was something at the end that happens, and it's like, oh, emotional tension. And it's like, I don't give a fuck about Jenny Olsen.
I said her name once.
Why? I barely know who she is.
The guy who helped probably would have been a better...
Also, like, I'm not gonna... No, okay. I was gonna dip into spoilers then and I won't. But, like, yeah, so much of this film is just space... I mean, because one of the things we talked about before this was we know Superman wins eventually, right? Of course he does.
Superman.
So what you have to introduce is moral dilemmas. You have to introduce kind of more depth into that character, choices that he's got to make. but we don't get that. We get space battle, and it's just boring. It's just dull. It looks beautiful in parts. It absolutely does. But I just didn't enjoy this at all, and I'm so sad about this. The best part of the film, in fact, the trailer still gives me a better feeling of Superman and leaves me with a better taste in the mouth than the entirety of this film did.
Well, this review could probably not be more polarizing. I loved it. I absolutely loved this film. I think it's the best Superman film put on screen.
I'd probably agree with that.
I will admit, with the space battles and the big fights and stuff, I said to you after I came out the cinema, I went, man, I really want to go home and play Injustice now, because the fight scenes are very similar. What I will say is when Ursa was doing her thing with the soldiers, and it was just like bam, bam, bam. Love that. It looked so cool. I did. And I completely disagree with you about Henry Cavill's charisma. Like, all right, he ain't bordering on Christopher Reeves, and there is very little in the way of non-Superman in this. Like, what I would say to that is Clark Kent probably isn't fully realised in this film.
I'm not talking about Clark Kent. I'm talking about
Superman. Like, when he's he dons on the suit and he's learning to fly, he's not going through the air with a expression on his face. He's flying through the air with this, oh my god, I'm flying expression on his face, which I just thought was wonderful. Lack of moral dilemmas, I disagree again. There's a moment towards the end of the film where I went, like, my jaw dropped. I was like, oh my god, because I didn't think they were going to do that. You know what I'm talking about, and I genuinely wasn't expecting it.
Genuinely don't know what you're talking about. We'll have to talk after the...
Yes, we will. Laser vision moment.
Oh, but that's stupid.
I was not
else? The
expecting
civilians
that.
in this film are like,
no,
what,
what
they just stand there? They just don't move? Like, what if they're just faceless people and they only serve this one... Zack Snyder's purpose is just, okay, we need some dumbass people to just sit here. Why do they move? Why do they fucking move?
What I will say is the supporting cast is very polarizing. I think Michael Shannon and Russell Crowe did a great job. I think they did a really good job. And Kevin Costner did a really good job in this film. I think Lawrence Fishburne and Amy Adams and the civilians, not a good
Civilians?
job.
Oh my god.
I think they did a really not good job. I mean, Lois Lane, I could have her or leave her. Like, she didn't really affect the story too much. My problem with Lois Lane is, even in the original Superman films, it's like, why does this keep happening to you? Why do you keep getting yourself in these situations?
But Lois Lane should be like feisty and
there was just this level of passiveness from everyone except Superman and
also,
Zod.
like, there are moments where, like, there is huge destruction on a massive scale.
Yeah.
And then you just have, there's your supporting cast just in the middle of it, just like, hey, we're cool.
It's all blown up. Hey, at least they didn't go from the Prometheus school of running away from falling things. Nearly, but they didn't. I had that fear for a second, like, just move. Alleyway. Oh, cool. Alleyways, again, theme of the week.
Magic alleyway. There's no debris falling anywhere. They're just alleyway. Doesn't matter then, we're cool.
I also felt like this was... It really did work with the kind of mythos of Superman, you know. It wasn't Superman, the original film, where it was like, oh yeah, he can turn back, he can spin so fast around the world that he can turn back time, but yeah, he couldn't catch 2 missiles. There's none of that kind of inconsistency with his powers. And the way he uses that against General Zod and the way they kind of implement that with his character, I thought was really clever in the other Kryptonians. I will say the strongest part of this film is the first 30 minutes, and especially that opening stuff over on Krypton. Like, I love that. That was something I've never seen on film before. Like, they'd never really delved into Krypton in the films before.
Well, they had pretty much a blank canvas. Like, there's never been any of that.
So I really enjoyed all that. Really enjoyed the stuff with Kevin Costner.
So little of it, though.
There is. But
that's the most interesting part of the film.
I definitely wouldn't say it's the most interesting, but it is.
That's the only bit that made me feel something.
Oh no, I felt
like the whole bit of it's in the trailer. Can't I just pretend to be your son? You are my son. Lovely moment,
but very short. I agree with that. Listen, all I'm gonna say is this ain't 2012 as far as superhero films have gone. But as what this will eventually become, which is probably part of a Superman trilogy, I think it's a great start. I think they've gotten off to a really good start with this, and I think they've only got places to work with it. I don't think it needs recasting or anything like that. Again, Lawrence Fishburne, he just looked like he kind of showed up on set, like really unshaved, like his suit didn't even look right. And
none of that felt right at all.
That diamond ear stud, what was that? I'm sorry, it was one of those things that I spent the rest of the film sitting there going, why does he have a diamond ear stud in? It makes no sense. Oh, and by the way, Hans Zimmer, he can score a film. Like,
score's great.
That musical score is fantastic.
The score's great, and there are parts of this that are very, very beautiful and that I'd like on my wall, and the special effects were very, very cool.
Oh, they're great.
But
they're great.
Doesn't change the fact that for me, the last 2 hours of this film was Sucker Punch.
For me, certainly not Sucker Punch. I really enjoyed this film. Ain't no Green Lantern. That's for damn sure. Oh, fuck off.
It's not as bad as Green Lantern. It's not as bad as Green Lantern.
Is it as bad as Iron Man 3? If you had to see Iron Man 3 or Man of Steel again.
I'm not even joking. Like, I was so bored. I didn't want to be there anymore.
Wow.
Like,
I was so into it.
I couldn't watch it again. Definitely couldn't watch it again. Because the only thing that was in it is, that's interesting seeing this stuff on screen. There was barely any plot. There was nothing to make me care about what was happening.
No, they established what was happening, which is established in the trailer, and then it was, cool, now go at it. And I was sitting there going, yeah. I mean, I feel as though the difference between us is you're someone who, after 2 weeks of playing Injustice, you'd get very bored. I'm someone who can just keep going back to that and, seeing all the crazy combos and beating people up. And, if I see something new, I go, oh my God. And, there were some things in this fight where I just went, oh, that's incredible. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. You didn't. So, what did you guys think of Man of Steel? Let us know in the comments. Are you with me? Are you with Dan?
Also, let us know on Twitter. It is @ComicBookShow1. We'll see you on Friday for some big issues we're talking about after this. Will there ever be a Justice League film?
We'll see you then. Get down to the burn wall for that one, mate. Apply cold water.